Hey, howdy, hey, everybody, and cowboys and cowboy-gateers, Sonic-gateers.
Welcome to our very first part of our Sonic Frontiers playthrough.
How do you do, Philly neighbor?
Howdy, how there, Mr. Eggman, sir. So you may be wondering, how the heck am I able to be moving around so quickly if I only just started the game? It's because I'm officially in speedrunner mode where... Oops.
Oh.
Oh god, the server mods found me.
And the server mods found you and froze you in place.
Yeah. Do you mind hearing me for a second? You brought up that, I think it was Doug that brought up the Nip Flanders thing. Now I'm just thinking of, like, something like, not even just Sonic, but just imagine it's like, Hello, neighbor.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Not long after I changed the old foot clothing that they decided to finally drop a new picture of me for the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's favorite dude. Shadow giving the old Arthur
Fist meme.
Fist clench.
I told you, don't touch it.
Let me just pull something real quick. I should have had pulled up from the very beginning. I'm just pulling up a list of all the cyberspace levels just so I can make sure. Just to make sure that I have all of them. Because are there 7 in every area, or does it change sometimes?
I think it does change sometimes, but otherwise, like once you have the map all filled out, like all of them will already be highlighted.
Okay, so I can confirm. Okay, so I can confirm there are 7 on every level except for the final one where there are 9.
Okay.
And then of course, in the and then of course in the other lost what was it called? Another Frontier?
In another story.
In another story, of course, then there's a bunch of other new portals that were added to that one as well that the game can tell you about. So,
which from what I heard are essentially just bona fide remixes of previous challenges.
Sounds about right. So good
pretty
news.
much.
I've already tackled all the cyberspace levels at least once here.
Also, actually, now that we have all the map filled up, terribly sorry you didn't get to see all that, but notice how, like, this island here looks an awful lot like the island, like the island we were at last time.
And notice how notice how normally what you will see on other maps is you'll be able to, for the most part, see the entire island, like, as it sits in the water, but here it's suspiciously cut off very starkly on this left side here.
Man, I've seen my fair share of poor Photoshop jobs, but that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
so
sloppy.
There's your. Have the developers ever actually like confirmed that it is like just it is the very same island you started on?
I think they've been mostly quiet about it, but everyone, like pretty much the majority of the community, was able to pretty much figure it all out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, since we're already taking care of all the challenges, the next thing on our list is to find all of the optional conversations with whoever we're trying to save in that island.
Yep. So I'm gonna head over there now. Oh, gosh,
Yeah.
dang it! Fine.
Well, what happened?
What?
Basically, the developers got smart and didn't want. My guess is that it's supposed to prevent you from skipping the tutorial fight against the ninja.
Oh,
So.
I guess.
So we're gonna, yeah. Again, this session is going to be some exploration of Ouranos. Again, read the chapters for that. Most of it is going to be covering anything that I missed on the previous 3 islands, because I still think this game has some good content to it.
Okay.
Do note that a lot of these conversations are meant to be taking place prior to fighting that island's titan.
Right. And I mean, it's all been said. It's all pretty well said and done. So just take our word for it. Sonic took care of this before he fought Giganto.
Don't worry. Just wait until the developers play around with time travel in the final DLC.
Yeah.
It'll be
Well, hey,
interesting.
look at it this way. It's free.
Yeah, I mean, it technically is, and it's going to be interesting for me because, like, just as a bit of a prep here, I've seen like smatterings of the final DLC, mostly like watching the guys, play through it on their end. But I've only seen like just smatterings here and there. I've never seen the whole thing from beginning to end.
Oh, well, all right. It should be fun then.
Well, hey, don't worry. It's going to be about another couple sessions from now before we really get to the nitty-gritty of it. And, well, that's pretty much going to at least take us about maybe 2 or 3 sessions.
Right.
Hopefully, we'll see. If again, depending on how fast I can get this like backtracking stuff done, we may be able to get like a good solid half of Ouranos done today before I finally tap out.
If you know what you're doing, then yeah, sure.
But again, the fact that when we get to the cyberspace levels, the fact that there's really only 4 themes that this game pulls from does feel a bit underwhelming given the library they had to pull from.
Yeah.
There's not a single casino stage in this game, James.
No casinos, no amusement parks. I mean, where's the city?
Where's the dubstep?
I mean, we did have a pinball earlier, so that's sort of a step in the right direction.
You know that ain't good. Whoops, I went the wrong way.
I'm not gonna give this game too much shit for its lack of visual diversity because, I mean, first of all, they're clearly trying to tap into a different type of gameplay style, or at the very least a new type of like format for zones. And secondly, it does sell the more somber tone of the game, so I'm not gonna, so again, it's all fine in that regard. I just hope for whatever comes next, they do diversify with their locales and whatnot. Like bring back the more vibrant stuff that's Sonic's well known for.
I mean, again, like by all means, take this engine, take this movement, and take all this, just slap it into more, bright and kind of like what Sonic Utopia was trying to do with its like initial test out. Like go for it.
Basically, just have a more consistent overall art style.
I mean, I don't know if I got right. Just say leave it at that. I'd just say, don't be afraid to go. I don't know. Don't be afraid to again be diverse with your overall aesthetic. Don't just leave it at just desaturated real world environments. Maybe give them a little bit more color.
I know. Well, that's part of what I mean when I say have a consistent art style. I mean consistent in the sense of like you see all these like pretty nicely rendered landscapes. They're like,
done.
Oh, what's up?
Nice.
This one's done.
Okay. But
no, that you can tell if you found all the dialogues if their icons are shining green, shining gold, not green. I'm not colorblind. The cyberspace one, the cyberspace one would only be gold if you manage to get every single key. But again, I don't need all the keys. Should I show off what one of the time challenges looks like?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, we'll show off real quick. Continue hype while I do this bit.
But yeah,
intentionally this time.
But yeah. Anyway, what I mean when I say, like, have a more consistent art style, I mean in the sense of, like, you see all these, like, very, nicely rendered realistic settings, but then you just see, like, Sonic running around, and it's, like, individually both aspects are fine, but it really is just a matter of, like, one of these elements doesn't quite, mesh, like, perfectly well with the other element. It's one of the reasons why a lot of people were really iffy about, like, 06's overall aesthetic.
Hype, are you telling me that Sonic can't work with realistic environments?
Well, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that I feel like it's something that just... Well, I guess it's kind of a more subjective thing than anything. I'm kind of the opinion in that, like, I don't mind, like, this kind of, like, greenery here, but I do understand what people are coming from when they say that they don't think that it feels really Sonic-y.
Well, I mean, I guess so, but at the same time, I'm one of those people that also think that Sonic doesn't need to just be all about all those really, like, stylized, like, CG environments, like what used to be from the Genesis era, for example. Like, stuff like even the adventure games in 06 to a certain extent were trying to break out of that mold somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, opinions may vary, but I honestly think, for the most part, it was handled okay.
Let's see. Portals.
And then you got the likes of Sonic Unleashed, where I'd say Unleashed was probably about as close of a compromise you can get between the two.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of how I see it. Like, if you absolutely need to have Sonic in like these more realistic settings, definitely have it be stylized to an extent where you can tell they're realistic, but they also don't feel like Sonic sticks out like a sore thumb in them. Kind of like what Unleashed did.
Right. Where am I going? Wrong way.
Wrong way, dumbass. You're needed that way.
Working on it. Whoa.
There we go.
Alright, here's the one I was missing on this level.
Insert two cogs, please.
Yeah, I think that's all you're missing.
Uh-huh.
Now, one thing I wish someone could find or make a map of is if somebody could actually map out where Sonic has all of his dialogues, like when he's wandering around the place.
I mean, I feel like that might be a little bit harder to pinpoint since that's, I don't know, because I feel like that's the kind of thing that they probably don't think it's worth the effort since it's not something that's, like, you know, absolutely mandatory, like these gateways or, like, the challenges and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, it also doesn't help either that, for the most part, like, you could definitely tell me that most, if not all of them, were cut from the game, and I believe you 100%.
Well, there actually are a handful of them that were cut. Like, without going into detail, there is like a handful of dialogue that Sonic can have in the later half of the game that was actually cut. Basically, him like reminiscing about like some of the friends that were trapped here on the islands with him.
Makes sense.
Which I like that. No, you don't. Which I like that. I like little acknowledgements, and you have no, you don't. And you have acknowledgements of some of the more lesser. No. Oh, come on, get me in there. Thank you.
You didn't even need the switch.
And you get like some of the acknowledgements of some of his other friends and stuff that don't get talked about in games as often.
All you're missing is one red ring.
Yeah, let's see what the time is. Actually pretty good on the time.
Yeah.
Nice.
You were just missing one red star ring.
Okay, I'll see if I can find it. Why not?
I mean, why stop when we're so ahead?
That's the thing. Like, so long as it's not a super like long stage. Like, I do like going through and exploring these stages out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so where could
I guess it's honestly kind of just a blessing in general that, you know, the cyberspace levels don't go any longer than, say, 3 minutes, at least to my recollection.
Those are the good ones. Okay, is it here?
These could end up just being about as long as your late game, like your typical late game Sonic Heroes level, if you were really unlucky.
Yeah.
But now I will say the problem is that I can't exactly the problem is that since between all of the different stages, since the cyberspace themes are reused pretty, liberally throughout, the problem is that I can't exactly it's difficult for me to look at it and be like, yes, oh, here it is.
There it is.
Uh-oh. Hang on. Maybe I can get back up there.
I don't think you can.
It's pretty high up there, buddy.
Oh, you can.
You're saying?
Well, there you go.
That means too high. That means too high for breaking gravity, man.
Yeah, shut me up.
Breaking gravity, man. I have a very specific power, but it can be very handy under the right circumstance.
This is my new Sonic OC, Gravity the Man.
Gravity the man.
Gravity.
And you just look the most average Joe you've ever seen in the Sonic universe.
It's fantastic. It's just what I wanted.
Wait, what was it?
Mm-hmm.
No one would suspect him.
Nobody suspects a thing. Big cyberspace are done. Alright, that's all the cyberspace levels done. Let's get on to the lore.
Oh, that didn't take long.
Yeah, because we gotta care about my main boys, Knuckles.
And prevent.
I'm sure he misses the Master Emerald already.
She hasn't texted me all day.
I promised her I'd be home by 7.
I missed my
I
life,
told you.
If I don't have any cell service to text the Master Emerald, how can I be able to let her know that I'm okay?
Listen, Sonic. There is nothing in this world much more dangerous than a Master Emerald scorned. I mean, last time she felt this way, she brought out chaos.
I'm actually very curious about something, because somebody just noted that it's something called Island Mystery, and I'm curious what the Island Mystery is. Let me go back to Arizona.
Island Mystery?
Real quick.
Wait, are you talking about,
this thing here.
Wait a minute.
Island Mystery. Is that maybe what happens when you trigger dialogues?
Maybe?
I think so, because it's the only... Here it's only these 2 moments that it happened. I'll keep an eye on that. Okay,
Wasn't there one? I know in Kronos there was one. There should have been one near the waterfall.
Oh, then maybe I didn't see it. I don't know. I'll have to find one that's not like filled in automatically, unless the Island Mysteries are just the mini games, in which case that doesn't help.
They might, you know, that might be it. They might be the mini games.
Okay,
Most likely.
Well, anyway, we have a lot of side stories to catch up on here because I did not like this desert one bit, Sam. I am.
I don't like this sand. What bits? Sandy Andy.
Sandy Andy. There you go, Sage. Take these medals of honor and tell me your life story.
Again, I thought I dropped your bogus franchise for good.
You like me though.
Take a second to tell me who you are,
Maybe.
what's going on, and why you look like you want to smite me on the spot.
That is irrelevant.
That's certainly a sentence I heard today in a Sonic game.
It will change
Why not?
nothing. There is nothing you can do.
Okay, cool talk. So I mean, like, you see the point is that like it's neat that they have these, but 9 times out of 10, it's usually just them expounding upon knowledge we already are familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are you also familiar with it by that point in time?
Nope, that's true. Go back up.
Oh, jeez.
There we are.
There's the game breaking I know and love.
Come on. There you go. Oh wait, hang on. He's right here. I was about to go freaking flying Knuckles. You would have seen me. I forget who voices him in this game.
Dave B. Mitchell, the same guy that's been voicing him since Team Sonic Racing.
Okay, so not the guy from Forces.
Nah.
No, that was Travis.
Okay.
I know they're completely different islands, but some of these ruins are making me think of the ones back on Angel Island.
Why? Because they're made of stone?
It's pretty judgmental, Sonic, to just think that they're all the same just because they're made of stone.
Gee, Sonic, I didn't know you were a stone cyst.
Anything on Angel Island.
I don't see ruins, I just see stone.
All stones are valid and equal.
Similarities. Okay, so the ancients and echidnas weren't related, but the one group must have inspired the other.
Wow, now you're gonna are you trying to tell me that all these years Pachecomek was just the world's first poser?
Honestly, I can believe that.
Honestly, I could believe that. It's like the freaking Steven Universe thing of the. I don't think my mom could do that. Actually, I could totally believe my mom doing that.
I'm just sorry, a dumb fucking thought just occurred to me. Like Knuckles would be the kind to just say, all stones are queens, and then Sonic's all like, if she breathes, she's a rock.
She's a rock, and then that's
You
how they
didn't
get their
make
next
it.
big fight.
It's for
You
communication.
didn't make it.
Yeah, I've seen all sorts of crazy high-tech ancient tech across both islands.
What do you mean crazy ancient tech? On the first island, all there was the biggest like advancement they had was a pile of rocks called a tower.
Punch the ruins. Once I find Tails,
It always comes down to punching, isn't it, Knuckles?
Hey, I think. Hey, do you see? Hey, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you're right, because that's right. Everyone knows me for my name, Brain.
I'm a multifaceted character, Sonic. You just never bothered to look into it.
Like, I dread the day when we eventually reach a point where there's so many Sonic characters and one of them ends up being called Brain.
We're getting there. I now have to accept Surge as no. I now have to accept Surge as a legitimate like character name.
Well, Surge isn't something you see in a character name every day.
Hey, you know that they're trying to just tease the people who somehow really like Scourge.
Ah,
Well, I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, there is definitely a lot of like, parallels that you can make between the two of them. I know a lot of it. What would I say? I know Surge was mostly based on like this like infamous Sonic color glitch, which does kind of fall in line with some of the inspirations for Starline and Kit, but. I would not say you're wrong if they didn't have at least a little bit of Scourge as an influence for Surge.
very mobile.
Oh, for certain.
It's going to end the same
It
way.
How are
rhymes.
you able to utilize the Chaos
Well,
Emerald?
then they're
Honestly,
also very very toothy
I
demons.
cannot afford to have you win again.
I'm with you, Hype. I'm actually surprised that he never even bothers trying to answer her question.
Fine, we'll do it your way.
We just kind of accept it. He knows that he's the Chaos Emeralds, and that's how it always will be.
I mean, once you use them once, you pretty much know how to use them for the rest of your life.
I wonder if the movie's even going to try to explain that.
We'll have to wait and see what happens.
I mean, I guess, let's be real here. How hard would it really be to really figure out how to use a Chaos Emerald? I mean, they're not that dissimilar to the Dragon Balls.
I guess it also makes me really curious as to... So, I know it's very clear from what we're seeing at the time of recording, they're definitely taking a lot of cues from SA2 with this game. I mean, with the Sonic 3, to the point where they actually...
Correction. SA2, I'd say more so SA1, considering, the Ancients.
Well, no, I'm talking about Sonic 3.
He misspoke. He said the movie, not the game.
Oh, you said
Well, he meant
Adventure.
to say-
You said
he meant
Adventure,
to-
so I immediately just thought you were talking about the Adventure games.
No. This tonally, they're definitely trying to aim for more SA1 with the
Right.
mystery of the ruins.
But yeah, but what I was trying to get at is that, so I know that the Sonic 3 movie is definitely going to be taking plenty of cues from SA2 for obvious reasons, down to the fact that, judging from that one screenshot we saw of Shadow, they even retooled the Sonic 3 movie logo to look like the SA2 logo. But it does kind of make me curious, like, how faithful they're going to be sticking to the SA2 story, and, like, how extensive, if at any, liberties they might take with some of its story.
I mean, I guess to really get down to it, like, the only really crucial part about SA2's plot that they would need to, keep consistent is they'd all have to go to the Space Colony Arc to take, or there has to be a Space Colony Arc, there has to be, like, a research facility where Shadow was made, raised, and then he saw literally all his family either get captured or killed off by gun.
Right.
Beyond that, I mean, the sky's the limit of what all they can do.
Well,
I
know
have
they were-
no idea. I don't think they're gonna for a movie. I don't think they're gonna actually address Maria being shot by a U.S. military.
I mean, I'm sure they're likely going to try to tone that down. But I would, I'd give them credit if they actually, stuck to their guns. But I'm tish for that one.
Ha.
Yeah. I mean, they showed the Knuckles' entire civilization being wiped out, so I don't think...
Also,
I mean, obviously, I don't
let's
think...
be real here. Let's be real here too. Like, both Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 are PG movies, and I assume Sonic 3 is more or less going to be the same. And I mean, I don't think just because it's PG doesn't mean they're not going to imply that a kid got shot.
I love the idea of there's been that meme everywhere of or not everywhere, but the meme of people the audience the minute that the freaking gun soldier shows up in the same room as Maria, but instead the meme was just just to simplify it down, the meme of being everyone's having their poggers amazed face the minute that the rating is revealed to be PG-13 for this movie. And I was like,
they're gonna do it! They're gonna do
the thing, Doug! They're gonna do the thing!
They're doing the thing!
Well, you know what? I mean, let's not say it's entirely out of left field. They haven't announced if this movie's going to have a different rating from the other two or not.
I mean, I get the feeling they're. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's out of the ordinary to assume it's still going to be a PG movie. But if they do pull PG-13, then well, that's definitely going to be interesting.
On both islands, but nobody's home.
Given their state of decay,
I don't expect them to do everything to warrant a PG-13 movie. I just would not be surprised if them doing that one thing with Maria was enough for them to push the PG-13 rating.
settled somewhere else. Not that they're
Yeah.
What was I forgot, what was the rating of Sonic Adventure 2, the game?
E for everyone.
E for everyone?
I mean, mind you, this is before the E10 rating came into this scene. So
True. I forgot, and I forgot, wasn't Shadow the game's first ever T rated?
no, it almost did, but it got away with an E10.
Damn.
It's
I can
funny
say
because
that
they're actually
10-year-olds are allowed to hear the word damn, according to Sega.
Well, it's funny because I know before the game came out, they actually did censor a handful of things as well. They actually took out an instance of Sonic saying "pissed."
Really? Wait, what was he supposed to say previously?
It looks like that alien over there is starting to get pissed off.
That was it?
Well, it was either that or along the lines of, "Looks like you really pissed off Gun Shadow."
I guess, in hindsight, it does sound a bit out of character for Sonic to just say it like that.
I mean, I don't know.
I hear him more saying,
I'm not going to pretend that, Sonic's not the kind of character who would, say a swear. But it's also one of those things where he's definitely not, like, tactless about it.
You know what I'm thinking?
I guess. Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, but I feel like this probably would be something Movie Sonic would do, but I'm imagining him reenacting the wooden bit that Spider-Man did in Infinity War, where Ant-Man becomes Giant Man for the first time, and Spider-Man just taken aback just goes out, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
I mean, and let's not think too hard about it. I mean, the comics got away with letting Silver say crap.
Because apparently that's considered
yeah.
a swear nowadays.
Well, I mean, it's like the lowest denominator of swears.
I'm happy though that somebody here still considers crap to be a swear, in the sense of, like, I remember actually being, like, surprised when regular show just said crap. I was like, they can do that now?
Yeah.
You say that, I find it more shocking that they actually said piss once or twice.
Think of the weird spires being used to contain the
True.
chaos.
I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, our parents raised us to believe that such things are totally, no words like fuck or bitch or the C word.
It's going in motion. We'll put it out of motion. You pissed me off. I know.
You get
Just-
a bit.
It's actually kind of funny they bring in a regular show. In the UK, they actually censored out a couple of things, mainly with the first season of regular show into the UK. Like, for example, you know the scene where Muscle Man just takes off all of his clothes before switching back to Mordecai and Rigby when they were trying to find Skips for his birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All that scene was taken out.
Oh, so it just cuts right away to...
Well, not all of it. Once he said Skip's going to be so surprised, and then it gets cut off.
Oh, that scene I remember, where it's like, he's gonna be so surprised when he sees us all naked. We're not all naked. Don't turn on the lights.
Yeah, that.
Jesus.
Actually, now that I think about it, Logan, you left a little marker on that on that portal there. I mean, so now that the map's all open, I'm pretty sure you can already fast travel there.
Oh, I thought you could only fast travel to activated ones.
No, like
you can still do it.
once you clear all the map puzzles, you can pretty much warp to any portal you want, even if you haven't cleared it yet.
And for anyone wondering what all the map portals were, literally, it's just like, I will say this: I'm pretty sure I basically showed you, except for the nighttime ones, which all the nighttime ones are either. All it is something that you can psi loop around only appears at night, like a little shiny sparkle or a specific tree. Literally every other type of map challenge to reveal the map you've seen by now, and it's just those scattered about.
You know, that is one
I will say
thing...
in Chaos Island's favor, there's I think the fewest amount of them because of how scattered it all is. But yeah.
That is one thing I do hope they rectify. If they decide to give us another game in a similar vein of Frontiers with, like, markers and whatnot, nix the day-specific ones.
I would be appreciated.
Or night-specific
I want
ones,
to
I
sneak
mean.
up on you. No, I got
yeah.
you. Just let me explore the world on my own time.
But yeah, dialing back a little bit, again, Sonic as a franchise is one of those where, like, it's a franchise obviously geared towards kids and younger teens, but it's also one of those things where, like, I think we come to a point where we can accept that the franchise will occasionally, let out a swear every once in a while, even if it's very, very rarely done.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be a fucking shocking revelation if in the next Sonic game they get away with Knuckles calling Eggman a bastard.
Hey, Missouri.
Yeah, I'll be. Whoa!
I think.
Yeah, it's Missouri.
Oh, so this is the baobab tree that you're riding up?
Yes,
I believe so.
it is.
Ah, okay. See, I was either that or I was thinking it was a rooftop run on the clock tower, but
Oh, no.
I don't think so.
It's not
Okay.
bad.
Man, I'm just thinking back to, how much of a fucking big deal it was when people play Crash 4 only to play the first Dingo Dial level and then get that, yeah.
I was smiling when I was first hearing that. I was like, ah, yes, the Australian bastard
Like,
is
that's
coming out.
funny, and I do remember enjoying the reactions, like, did Dingo Dial just cuss?
It's just a sweat.
It's not a swear.
Does he say something else that's even worse at some point later?
Maybe. I remember when
I
Caddy
don't think
pointed
so.
out in the review,
I
he
think-
did...
or-
what's
You
up?
know what? No, I remember. I think he also said bollocks at one point.
That was it. Yeah,
Right.
like when in the fast food area.
I guess. Well,
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's right.
I'm trying to think. Like, I know Bollocks is definitely one of those where it's like its intensity varies between region.
It does.
Oh, bollocks, my head hurts.
Yeah.
I say that too because in the UK we say that as well.
Right. Although
What
now
was
I'm
the
thinking
point of
back to
this?
another. Although now I'm
Rings.
thinking. Oh, not worse. Now I'm thinking back to another catty moment where it's like from this one shot of Twin Sanity where Dingo Dial's in the outhouse before the avalanche destroys it. It's like, I didn't need to know that Dingo Dial needs to use an outhouse, because now I'm wondering if he has the PP of a croc or a dingo.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
I forgot all along that was an outhouse he was in.
Go.
I also remember, like the original storyboards, he was originally having it, having a little dinner date with Tana.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of... that's also kind of funny, because I remember before Crash 4 came out, a lot of people speculated that Altana would actually have a thing with Dingo Dial as well. I mean, I can see it working, honestly.
I mean, I can kind of see it, but at the same time, it's for now they're just implying that they're, at the very least, they're old chums.
Yeah. That guy.
That guy.
Come on.
Just trying to get out.
You got this, Sonic.
I don't think I'm gonna get the S rank. I'm off by like a couple seconds, but
Well, you'll get every other achievement. Oh,
Yeah, you're definitely not getting that S rank.
I leave it out of this, JJ. This is one of those ones where it's a little tighter of a time unless you're ready for it.
Now, if J.K. Simmons were to voice a Sonic character,
well, I
He
know a
would
lot of
voice
people.
Vector.
he would voice the prison. I don't know about Vector. I was like, I could see him voicing like a prison warden or any of the original characters they introduced with forces and stuff.
Well, there's
That
that.
actually,
know,
the Gun Commander was still a thing. I could totally see him voicing that guy.
There's that. This is gonna sound really out of pocket, but I forgot who brought it up. But someone brought up the notion that, like, because, like, it's really funny to hear J.K. Simmons do, like, the really over-the-top characters, someone theorized that he could, in some, like, alternate reality, be a good contender for Eggman.
Yeah.
I'd watch it. How's everyone doing? I'm just playing this level again just because I can, and they all have to stick around for the ride.
I'm just gonna play this and hope you guys will stick around for the ride, because we're definitely not getting through much of Ouranos at any point.
Why?
Ouranos?
Because I can.
Because I can't.
No. I want to go through Ouranos. Oh crap!
Why are you doing that? Why? Because I'm.
Now that I think about it, like, I don't think any of the keys we're gonna find here will transfer when we go back to Ouranos.
They won't. This was just
No.
for bragging rights at the time, but yeah, I'm not making this. I was off by 3. I was off by 2.94 seconds.
Yeah, this one's
Damn.
just a little tricky to get the S rank. Just a little.
Oh no, I did.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, I thought it was
Oh, nice.
110. I thought it was 110, not 120. My bad. Okay, cool.
I
There
honestly
you
forgot.
go.
I also forgot about the fucking 20 there.
And unlike Neon White, the times aren't changed between different versions.
I mean, hey, to be fair, I don't blame them for doing it the way they did. I mean, it's not like the Switch plays exactly like a mouse and keyboard setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You got more precision with me.
And
But
me.
at least they... Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying and me.
And you. But they keep it accessible for folks like James who play on console.
Not me. I've been cancelled.
Thank you.
Christ.
Oh, here's another thing. The level sucks, but this is another favorite song of mine.
I agree. That
Sure.
fucking-
Hey!
Case in
What
point.
boy?
I remember this one being one of the longer cyberspace levels.
Right.
Yeah.
This is one of the
Some
longer
of
tracks,
the-
yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but something about the configuration makes me think this feels like one of the side levels from Generations.
I believe this is supposed to be based off of Rooftop Run.
I think it
Okay.
is.
Now I don't know if it's from Generations or maybe it was one of the later acts of Unleashed, but this definitely rings true with Rooftop Run.
It might be one of the later acts then, because nothing about this is reminding me of Jin's Rooftop Run just yet.
Yeah, I think it is from the Unleashed one.
Now that I think about it, it honestly would have been nice if, if they had to reuse assets from another... Oh, jeez! If they had to reuse assets from another location, honestly, Rooftop Run would have been pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
Like visual assets, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause
and if you're wondering what I'm using, this is the homing. These are examples of the homing attack rush. Whoops.
Oh boy.
cool.
Guilty.
Yeah, that was an example of tech that was in the game at launch, and they were just nice enough to just allow in and just full on program into it. Again, the way you do it is you target something and then immediately homing attack. You homing attack and then immediately dash, because what happens is, your initial speed of trying to zip to the enemy to deal damage to it with the homing attack is preserved into the boost, which leads to some pretty wacky things that can happen.
But yeah, no, like Sonic Team was kind of nuts to let them to leave it into the game. The only caveat being that now the game will actually let you know that, hey, you use this trick, so we're gonna leave in a little. We're gonna have to leave this little mark here just to show that you did it.
Yeah.
I believe it only happens on the online leaderboards. I don't know if it will appear in the game or not. But
I think it does. I think it does appear in the game.
Well, I mean, it's not like
crap.
it's...
I ran out of my double jump.
Well, I mean, like, if that's all, like, it's not like they, like... It's not like there's a much more strict penalty for doing it, so I don't see any harm.
Nah, it's purely for the sake of knowing who has the real bragging rights.
Yeah. It's about as much of a penalty as, like, the end of Grab by the Ghoulies, where they have the little thing on that, oh, you won, but this is how many times you used the butler brew.
Yeah, or an example from a much better game, like Kirby in the Forgotten Land, where when I was going through the true, the final arena challenge, whatever it was called, like, I did have to use some amiibo just to refill Kirby's health and the like. And the game did count that, though it still gave me, I still got everything I absolutely needed.
Right.
Huh,
I don't have to worry about that because I still don't have amiibo.
I do have some amiibo, but I never use it for Kirby and Forgotten Land.
I mean, it's come to a point now where amiibos primarily, like, if you're going to grab it, it's purely because you actually like collecting figures like those.
That's what I do.
Other than, gameplay, I can't think of too many Nintendo games nowadays that really make the most out of amiibo functionality, mostly because, well, it's, you can only get this kind of stuff for a limited time, and I think Nintendo's starting to realize that's game design that can be seen in a very, this level's strict.
I'm just looking at it like a Sonic level that has a 3-minute or so S-rank time. It still feels a little too long for my liking. But I mean, that's just me. Again, I pity... Okay, I don't think we talked about this yet. So, one of the things that came with the final DLC was a couple of challenges that you could use to, again, like, unlock certain things. I think we mentioned it in passing, but never, like, in full detail. So, one of the main challenges... I'll start with the easier of the two. Is that they had a boss rush, like a sort of like a attack time sort of thing. Like, defeat... Like, just full on, just how good are you at the game's combat. And in doing that, if you can successfully do all of that and beat the S-rank time on every single one, including beating all the Titans in an S-rank time, you unlock the game's like extreme hard difficulty, I guess, just for bragging rights at that point.
Yeah, just for bragging rights.
And then the other one, which I found to be far harder, is the reward is you get to have basically all of my open zone mobility in the cyberspace levels if I wanted it to. But in order to do that, you need to basically clear various marathon stages, and you have to get an S-rank time on every single one. And the final one literally is beat all 30 cyberspace levels back to back with S-rank times back to back. That doesn't mean like, you know, that doesn't mean like, oh, okay, I'll go back in and get this. No, I means you need to be on your A game and get an S rank time every single stage. And if you mess up on stage 18, you get an A rank time, you have to redo the entire thing all over again, which includes that stage I just did.
I don't think that's entirely true, because if you're lucky enough, like, technically you can still get your S rank back if you're able to beat the other levels in a much faster time, but at that point you may as well implement, like, you may as well, like, implement, like, speedrunning tactics in order to do so.
Okay. I guess that's right, because, yeah, I don't want to be on this locked camera perspective game. You freaking snatched me out of the air.
Why do you do this to me, grind rails in the sky? Why are you even a thing?
But, okay, so I guess that's fair. So the main idea is that the whole total needs to be an S rank, and unless you're on your A game...
Just the total in general, but it just, yeah, no, like Logan said, though, it is pretty strict otherwise.
Yeah. So... I got the spin dash. I think I'm A-okay on my end.
Any higher and we'd risk Angel Island bumping into us. Pretty harsh conditions for anyone to be living and working under.
Speaking of, given how fast I am and how far your plane can go, Tails, how do we manage to still find continents we've never been to on this planet before? Like, the Lost Hex, this place, Brooklyn.
They say it's a small world, but to Sonic, it's about as big as it's as big as they want it to be.
I guess that's fair. Has anyone here been following that Tails Tube stuff?
No.
Oh, I have. They're cute.
Okay. Check here.
It's all cute stuff where the characters get to really, you know, be themselves, and it's like VTuber content, but if done first, I don't know, if it's official content.
Yeah. And
the main one I've been seeing is the one where Knuckles. I forget who he was talking about, but he was saying that at one point some character was basically like a better version of Amy, and Amy just immediately got cranked up the sass.
Maybe.
I don't think he was talking about Amy. He was talking about Sonic and Tails. He was comparing them to Mighty and Ray.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, but no. But I'm pretty sure the dialogue was looking at Mighty and it's kind of like a better version of you, Amy. Knuckles, and just immediately.
No. He was referring to when he was talking about Mighty, he was comparing to Sonic.
Oh.
But yeah, I remember.
But yeah, no, Amy was not taking that sass whatsoever.
Knuckles,
I remember because
immediately.
Isn't that the same one where Knuckles demonstrated the technological prowess of his rock?
But there's no physicality to it.
I think.
Maybe.
Just out of reach.
And I think that was the episode where actually all four of them got together to shoot the shit.
Nice.
I think the rock thing was primarily when it was just Tails and Knuckles.
I just remember that because it just felt like the ultimate like probably the best comeback Knuckles can have about like his technological lack of knowledge.
Yeah. Again, Knuckles is only truly intelligent in his home turf, but anywhere else he's about as much a fish out of water as fish out of water.
Yeah.
That's their thing.
Sounds about right.
That's the joke. He's not an idiot. He's just unfamiliar. Thank you, Sonic Movie 2, for understanding that. Except for the ... dots. We didn't need all that many of them.
Yeah. that could have used a few less ... dots.
Although, just going back to Tails Tube real quick, another thing that's been really neat about so far is that, going back to what you mentioned a few parts about, having, a lore consistency thing that Sega's trying to do now, they've been using Tails Tube as a way to also kind of, explain, bits of lore. For example, one that a lot of people I think some people are still kind of divisive about, was basically them tackling the whole, one world or two world theory, and that, this all still takes place in one world. But it's an instance of there's a bunch of smaller islands, which is where all the more Sonic-y locations take place, stuff like Chemical Plant, Casino Park, and so on and so forth. Then you have the bigger continents, which are basically just our continents.
Right, where you got Station Square, Central City, all those stuff from Unleashed, etc.
I was gonna say, so could they confirm which continent Station Square... so would you say Station Square is on the same island as that one America level from Unleashed?
Oh, Empire City?
Could be.
Yeah.
It very well could be. They never outright say, but I mean, that's something you could definitely, that you can definitely theorize.
I also remember, like, that one episode of Tales 2 was also infamous because there was one shot that, when Tales was talking about humans, it shows, like, this one group shot of a bunch of, like, Unleashed NPCs, including one decidedly not Unleashed-looking human that, to this day, has still been unused in anything that Sega's done.
Oh, yeah, the backpacking girl or whatever?
Yeah, everyone was thinking that she was going to be a character that would be in Sonic Frontiers, but lo and behold, Frontiers has no humans aside from Sage.
Well, an Eggman, obviously.
An Eggman.
Well, an Eggman.
He goes on to say. I still am going to argue. I don't know if he's fully human. I don't know if anyone can pull off that godlike physique for as long as he has.
Listen, Unleashed has its fair share of silly-looking human-like characters, not unlike Eggman. So, I mean, I'm willing to, accept that Eggman is pretty much on the same level.
It's not my fault I'm built different.
So let it also be said, Sega, never let Eggman participate in, what was it called? No Mustache November or whatever anymore.
God, yeah, Movember, I think it's just called.
Movember, thank you. Never let him participate in that ever again. That was cursed as shit.
Alright, here's to be the last one. Oh,
how funny. We're literally talking right in the middle of that giant-ass gun.
Yeah.
I don't know if we talked about it, but I guess I'll mention it as well in terms of like Sonic stuff, especially now adjacent to Unleashed. I don't know if it's going to be an annual thing because those animations must take a long time to get that quality. Out of nowhere, I was not expecting to see Law the Ghost return in a new animation for Halloween this year.
Oh, for Morza?
I wasn't either.
That definitely came out of nowhere.
It's one of those moments where like I could have sworn she was conceived to be a Sonic character for that short, but then Sega just kind of actually genuinely had no desire to hold on to her as a character anymore and just let Marza keep her as like a mascot. She's had a couple cameos in IDW comics, but like it's just now I'm more convinced than ever that they just own her, and Sega just kind of rents her on weekends if they need her for a Halloween.
Essentially.
Well, first off, I'm not sure if it's even IDW. I do remember her being on a cover of one of the Archie comics. But yeah, like, I imagine she probably is just now just more so a Morza property, because I remember Morza did release, like, over the years, like, a handful of, like, cute illustrations featuring her.
If it means anything, she did make a cameo in a recent IDW story, the one involving Sonic and Blaze.
Oh, right,
okay.
She was in like you could see her in like a like in a prison cell with the two simp ghosts.
Aww.
Was she in a prison cell? I thought she
was.
Was,
It looked like it was a sewer, and I just remember she was on the other side of like some gates or something. Oh, crap!
Logan.
I've completely forgot about this one.
This is a new one. Yes, thank you. I'm aware. I need to catch
Oh,
the
the target
thing.
one. Okay.
Alright, here it comes.
Watch out! It's going to drop.
Oh my god.
Logan, what have you done? Now next year is going to be 2023 as well.
His head is bleeding.
I saw this one tweet where it was like a mother talking about how she almost snorted out her milk because okay, and I'll drop the politics after this bit, but it was basically some child didn't know what President's Day was. They thought it was like Groundhog's Day, and it's like on that day the president comes out of the White House, and if he sees his shadow, it's another year of bullshit. And that caught both the mother and myself off guard, and it was
well, you know what that explains an awful lot what's been going on since since America became a thing.
Da-da-da.
They keep on looking at their shadow.
Curses.
They really need to have better lighting at the White House.
We need more. One time, I would want to get back into Sonic. I would actually like give some asshole like Reddit Gold or whatever Twitter bucks, whatever anyone's into nowadays.
V-Bucks.
Oh look, the fishing meeting is right here.
Look at that.
If one time they could like on the like somebody who works in the White House who has clearance and is not doing anything illegal, if they could just like let's do this.
Crud, Caterpillar.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this thing out. It's I don't think I've fought any of these things with yet.
No, you have not.
So how do we do this? Oh, that's right. You get close, and then it does this stuff. It kind of works like the Strider in the Ares Island.
It pretty much is.
Seeing that thing in action is still very unsettling.
Yeah, I have to hit the
And yeah, no, I definitely remember this particular fight being one of the more tedious ones.
Yeah.
Cool
Especially
theme,
for
though.
this, where you have to, like... Whoa. Oh, come on. No, other way. I need to go. Sorry, as you were saying, Doug.
No, I was just saying, cool thing though.
So basically, the idea... Okay, I get the jump. The idea of, I want somebody to go to the president's office in the White House, and I want them to sneak that photo of Sonic and Knuckles... Sonic and Shadow.
Sonic and Shadow.
From
Like-
Shadow the Hedgehog, and just have it rest on his desk, like... if only it could be if only it could be like old times.
How much do you want to bet that's going to be in the third movie?
I would.
I
love
mean,
that.
I wouldn't mind them establishing that they made a photo that would carry over to future movies.
That'd be fun to bet, honestly.
Assuming they do make
There we
future movies.
Actually, that does remind me. Whatever did happen in that Knuckles miniseries?
Isn't that
still
I think it's
production.
still gonna be. I was about to say, I think it is still gonna be worked on. It's just a matter of keep in mind that there was also that big strike that also delayed the third movie. So
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But I believe it is still planned for.
But you know, that's not going to stop Australia from watching it early.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
I've already heard.
I wonder if they deleted. I wonder if they deleted that tweet by now.
I don't know. But yeah, like I've already heard like some people speculating that we might be getting a teaser of one or the other, like of either Sonic
There you
3 or the Knuckles show. Watch it be both somehow at the Game Awards this year.
I can see it.
I'd imagine it'd be both.
That would give me something to watch. I don't know. Something to do with how like crazy big and like bombastic all the production values of the Game Awards have become. I'm not like it doesn't like interest me as much as it used to.
I mean, to be
I mean,
honest,
it's
at
essentially
this
just,
point,
it's just turning into the next E3.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because like, let's be honest. Nowadays, that's the only reason anyone watches the Game Awards is just to see any new announcements that they have this year.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will give
That's what I
them
mean.
Because everyone knows that otherwise the like, save for like a few exceptions, most of the awards are just gimmies based on who pays more.
Although I will give them credit, like this year and I want to say last year, I might be getting confused with something else, but this year in particular, it's actually going to be a really tight race for Game of the Year, because out of all the options they chose, I can't really think of a single one that doesn't deserve it in any way.
It's a good year.
So, from what I remember, there was Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Wonder, Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, and... Wasn't there? I'm forgetting the other one.
Do you ever say Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, he said Baldur's
Yeah, I said
Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
I know those were the... I don't remember if there was a sixth one or not, but I know those were the five
I could
that were...
have sworn there was 6.
Hang on, I'll check real quick, because I remember me and my friends were talking about that, and I was talking about the fact that, like, you know, speaking as someone that adores Wonder to pieces, I feel like it's a bit of a stretch to give it a Game of the Year nomination, but, you know, it's cool.
I mean, I get the feeling it's not going to, because, let's be real here, like, every other game that's being nominated is some big, super high, AAA budgeted sort of thing, and then you got Mario Wonder that's just, well, it's more Mario.
Okay. I think
And that's
it
not to
will
say that
definitely-
Mario hasn't earned himself a Game of the Year award at any point, but it's also a matter of, like, it's like the same. That's normally that's more so geared towards like an easy like best family game sort of.
Yeah, like,
award.
I have no doubt it'll win Best Family Game.
I'd be shocked if it doesn't.
Trying to think
Okay,
what
I found it.
stage
Here are
this
the...
is.
Okay, I found it. Here are the nominations. There's Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, the Resident Evil 4 remake, Mario Wonder,
That's
and
the
Tears
one
of
I was
Kingdom.
forgetting.
Right.
And that is also
I
good,
for-
that's
I
also
forgot
a good
Hardcore remake was
contender.
this year.
I thought it was a very good remake.
That's when you get it whenever you get
Also to answer your earlier inquiry, Logan, I think this is one of the very few original cyberspace levels that they made.
Oh,
I think it is.
Because I definitely don't recognize it from anywhere else.
it's cool and cinematic. Like again, I would have not minded more of this in the game. Although I do
Okay.
appreciate their attempts to, although I do appreciate their like looking and taking lessons from the projects that did work. I guess.
Yeah.
Are you? Oh.
I mean, the only other thing I can immediately consider this being based on is maybe the generation towards the Speed Highway, but even that might be a stretch.
Yeah.
I missed a lot of red rings going. Did I at least go as fast as I could?
Yeah, you
You
did.
only you got
Yay.
the
Red
first
Rings would be
one and the
winning us.
last one.
You only
I'm
did
not
that
gonna
because
go
you
for that.
you only did that because you didn't go
Yeah.
the other way.
Oh, that's right. When I shifted onto the off the road.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. If I need any more, I'll come back for it. I mean, now we're at the point where in my original playthrough, fun fact, I kind of was like, it was a late night, I was tired, I literally just bought all the keys I needed.
Hey, Pig!
That's the wild thing, like, being able to buy level gears, I can understand. Being able to buy memory tokens, I can understand. The fact that they allowed me to buy the things that progress the entire game, like, again, there is most definitely somewhere out there a speed run. It's probably very long. I know, Sonic. It's probably very long, but I'm sure there's a speed run where somebody literally just fishes the entire game and they win.
That would
would
not
be
surprise me.
funny. Let me see. Going back to game rewards just real quick. Yeah, I'm mostly looking forward to the announcements, but I'll say that there's definitely like a handful of some of the categories I do think are actually a lot more interesting this year. Like one, for example, and I'm sure that there are other games that probably do deserve it as well, but I will stand by the hill that Hi-Fi Rush deserves
Actually, wait,
either...
hold on.
What's up?
Actually, hold on real quick. Logan, stand it. Okay, there's an enemy nearby.
Oh! Really? The things I alerted?
Yeah, again, whenever Sonic takes that defensive pose, you can't do shit anywhere else. You gotta focus on the baddies.
There we go. Okay. Sorry. Continue.
All I was just about to say is that, like, I don't care what anyone says, Hi-Fi Rush definitely deserves to have either the Best Visuals Award or Best Soundtrack Award. It'd be cool if it got both, but it deserves at least one of them.
I think so,
Nice.
too. That game, again, we need more games, because it's things like this that, I would say change where people's opinions of it are, and we need more like it.
I will also say though, why does there need to be 2 awards based off of indie games where it's like best indie game or best debut indie game? It's like,
Yeah, I don't get that either.
seem a little weird.
It's like I will say it is awesome that Pizza Tower was nominated for one of those.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
but the fact that he wasn't there for both of them is kind of silly to me, because I mean, I'd say that's still one of my top favorite indie games this year.
What was it nominated for again?
I
Best
think it was just,
debut indie game.
yeah.
I agree with the debut. But yeah, it is silly.
And then there was Dave the Diver.
Dave the Diver. Hey, Palm Tree Panic.
Like, I'm pretty sure that game's still great, and I mean, I'm tempted to get it on my Steam deck at some point or another, but I remember how big of a stink Logan made upon learning that the people that made it are not indie developers.
Dave the Diver.
External variables as well. You were not meant to come here.
Yeah, I figured that out. I understand now why you locked my friends in the cyber cages and fought me. I wasn't exactly going to leave the Titans alone either.
But see, she's still flickering between her nice personality somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's trying.
Making things right.
Again, just in general, like, Sage is definitely she's definitely the current day Shadow the Hedgehog in terms of impact.
Right.
Like a character that's definitely, a vicious enemy on Sonic's part at first, or at the very least, just, she seemed like an enemy, but in reality, she had her motives, and they were very very wholesome of heart.
Right. No, she was doing this to protect somebody. Need a quick drink. Hang on. She was doing this to protect somebody, and I mean, ultimately, she did get her goal to an extent, and now we're all working together to save this whole world.
Yeah. Like once the curtains are once she's finally got permission from her dad, however reluctant he was, to let Sonic be a part of the algorithm, that's when things are starting to finally look up.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's all right by me. Sorry, developers, I will never complete that challenge legitimately. Not when you give me the abilities that I have.
Yeah, I still wonder what they were thinking with that.
I'm still surprised they never bothered patching that out.
Yeah, or changing it so that instead of have it so be that what am I trying to say here? Like, I think one thing I would do to change that is that maybe when you're trying to guard, in midair, maybe you're either.
Oh.
Well, back on the drink again, Sonic. Or I didn't think you were that desperate for a bath.
Hang on a second.
Oh boy.
What? They can attack me. These Coco have the drop on me, but they're choosing not to. That's
No,
why
I wasn't
I'm
saying
the
go
leader.
play at that.
Logan, you think the Coco, just because the Coco have been following you all across this adventure, you think they're out to get you? You think that's their unfinished business?
Oh. Yeah, no, you're probably right. They probably do want to save the world.
Exactly. Well, they want to watch a natural-born hero save the world.
Yahoo!
But yeah, no, as I was trying to say... Actually, what was I trying to say again?
You were talking about the hovering while doing the parry thing?
Right, the guard. Like, what I would probably do is, like, have it so that, like, maybe when you're guarding in midair... Oh, hello.
Ooh.
Yes, it does look very important. But anyway, like, maybe have it so that maybe time slows down. And while time is slowed down, you're slowly but surely falling back down to terra firma.
Yeah.
That's probably what I would do to make it a little less hokey looking. Or just make it make more sense. Oh, you know what this is, Logan? I think this is tied to another enemy type that's nearby. And Logan says, "No thanks, I'd rather not deal with that bullcocky tonight."
Nope.
You know, that drink must be mighty fine if you're able to play but not talk at the same time.
He's savoring the flavors. It's like one of those soda test things, except he's very committed to the testing process.
Yeah. God. Watch. I can see it now. Logan Chavez, the next Soda Popinski.
Electrical mama. Are you okay right now, Logan?
So, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if something came up, but I mean, he's still playing, so that's the important thing.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
true.
Unless he's asking a relative to do all the playing for him, they don't know what they're doing.
Wouldn't that be
I mean,
something?
that is also feasible. I mean, we
We
don't
don't
know
know
how
what's
long-
happening behind the microphone. But unfortunately, now we're also stuck with fighting the caterpillar again, which, I mean, again, thankfully, since we're playing on New Game Plus, this is not that bad of an issue, and, well, your defense is all the way up, so these orbs aren't, taking out as many rings as they normally would. Because I remember having my fair share of fumbles with this freaking thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't help either that its weak spots are... It's one of those enemies, I think, where its weak spot can change its position every once in a while. Like, it's lit up here, but sometimes it can be lit up on another circle around its shell.
Right.
Just, yeah, no, not one of my... Again, not a favorite. Not one of my favorite bosses to fight. And again, not a favorite to keep seeing respawn.
Goodness me, I misplaced my headphones. I had to take a quick phone call in the middle of all of that.
Oh,
my God.
Damn. So that's what happened.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like. That's why at one point I was just wandering aimlessly.
I mean, for wandering aimlessly, it looks like you've been able to at least make the most out of it.
Yeah.
Like you still got a couple of memory tokens. You took out a giant ass caterpillar. Your second one.
Try again.
And through all that, we were thinking that you were drinking, like you were doing a new taste testing, like soda taste testing phase, and thinking you were the next Soda Popinski.
No way could they land that sponsorship deal.
What, are your rates that high?
Sometimes depends. I don't know, I don't know what
Pay,
I'm talking about.
pay off the rest of my college debt, and I'm in.
You so bitch! I'm in. Anyway. Let's see what else I got. So then next we need the yellow one. Yeah. Come on.
Man, imagine if 3D Tetris was this convoluted.
Seriously? Like, if I had to deal with 3D Tetris in the middle of all this?
Yeah.
No, thank you. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, good. And then next is the black one.
Honestly, it's funny in retrospect thinking that, the Virtual Boy back in its short lifespan actually had 2 Tetris games.
Was that where Waltrus was? Oh crap! It was purple then black. Ah.
Yeah, it happens. No, from what I remember, the Virtual Boy had 3D Tetris, or maybe it was VD Tetris. I don't remember. It was one of those, and then the other one was called Tetrisphere.
Huh. Okay.
But yeah, no Waltrus.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or Hattress. Whatever the hell that was.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking back to frickin' Donkey's video covering all of Tetris and all of its spin-off games, like Tetris 3. And then the way he described, like, Spheretris. And just on the N64 and stuff, just the way he described this, like, this would be where things would go from fuck to very fuck. And just the world that they put us through.
Man, now that I think about it, a missed opportunity. They had a Waltrus, they had a Hattress, but they never had a Mattress.
That would have been perfect. Little mats falling down and like, I don't know where my thought was going. I'm gonna turn my brain off for a moment.
Aw, not in the middle of the field.
Where's Sage? Do I have enough heart tokens to talk to you? Yay! Tell me the things.
Yo, so did cyberspace actually interact with my brain?
It was designed to catalog neural networks, among other things. So yes.
Alright, hear me out. Do you think all those locations I visited were pulled from my memories?
That is plausible. It imported the data of your memories and applied it to your surroundings, so you could comprehend them.
Maybe that gave me the edge I needed to escape
Nothing more
this
easily
time.
comprehensible than another Green Hill Zone.
Not me.
Well, good talk, I guess.
I appreciate all the talks we're now having, Sage. It helps to open up your true feelings.
I never liked you. Well, we'll work on that. There you are!
All hail the Eggman
There you are.
Empire.
The Kunoichi!
Oh, man, listen, I don't mind them having a whole Kunoichi style enemy type, but did they really need to include the headdress?
Yes.
That just seems a little silly. Like, I'm pretty sure that's more along the lines of for like kabuki or geisha, either for like a geisha rather than an actual kunoichi.
A little. There we go. But again, as you see, they more or less fight the same way.
Yeah, they just have a few more tricks up their sleeve, and actually it's funny because not only can we find kunoichis in this flowery field, but if you're very unlucky, you'll come across the Master Ninja.
I can fight the Master Ninja. I can take him down.
I could take him down with all 99 of my levels.
I do have too many rings, like too many. I still have way too many levels.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! You're not thinking like a true Sonic player. You can never have enough rings.
Let's go fight him.
Imagine Sonic trying to fit
Are you?
all the rings on his fingers.
This is another hourglass challenge. Where do I have to go? Oh, just
All the way up there on the flower.
okay. Then over here.
Wow, I actually forgot how high they take you up.
Over to the right. Go to the left.
Still a bummer that Sonic doesn't do that whole impatient stance when he's free falling anymore.
Yeah, when
Oh,
he just,
where
he
he's
starts
like-
looking up at the camera.
Yeah. But this is
Like it was in Lost World, I think was it? Like I think it was in. It started with Lost World. I think it came back for Forces,
It
but
did.
here they. But yeah, then there's here where it wouldn't fit the tone.
I guess not. Well, especially because especially if he's hurting, I don't know if he'd be able to pull off the stance the entire time.
That is also true. Well, then again, he's also free falling.
That's true. Don't got it. Don't.
I mean,
got
I'm pretty sure that doesn't exude much in the way of energy.
Yeah, no, that's fair. All right. So what's the challenge here?
Oh, we're gonna go talk to that little floaty thing over there.
Oh, yeah, you.
Hey, I want to talk. How's your afternoon?
And just like that, another being I wish to talk with rather willed itself out of existence than carry a measly conversation.
Oh,
Man, you think
Poor
he was talking
Claw.
to Prime Sonic instead of this Sonic?
Okay, so is Prime Sonic bad? Like that bad, or
I
He's
would
just
say
different from what I can tell.
Just different.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I can see why people aren't too keen on it, but I do think that a lot of the hate for him is heavily exaggerated.
I mean,
I don't
it's just-
mind it because it does
a-
work
yeah.
in classic Sonic's nature in a way. And to
He's
also be fair, this is
sassy.
written by Action for Men.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Same
Man of Action.
Man of Action, yeah. Same people that did Ben 10 and all that.
And Mega Man fully
Power.
charged, for
And
whatever
Mega Man
that's
fully
worth.
charged, yeah.
And Ultimate
Yep.
Spider-Man, also for that.
And,
what that's
I mean,
yeah,
at least,
and Ultimate Spider-Man.
you know, at least to their credit, at least so far, like Sonic Prime is at least given more of a chance than Mega Man ever had.
I also say this.
Also,
They got in Shadow Dan Path.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like so. I guess for the audience clarity's sake, at the time of recording, me and the guys, well, excluding Doug because I think he's seen more of it, but me and the guys have only seen.
I've seen
the
it with
first
another
air
friend of
quotes-
mine.
Right,
Okay.
but like me, James, and Doug, not Doug, me, James, and Logan, we've only seen like the first air quotes season of Prime. We haven't watched much after that.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I've seen, I can't deny a lot of it is. I'm about to end this pillar's whole career.
Do it.
Ah, crap! I had the momentum, but the freaking camera turned me down.
Yeah. It's always
Yeah, the cinematic camera said, no, sit your ass back down before I make change.
the camera. Boy, sit your ass down. Can't do
Oh,
that in
jeez.
my video game.
Okay, fine.
Careful.
Oh my lord. Okay, I get it, dude. No, you don't.
Why do you keep aiming for the lower spot there, buddy?
Hit the squishy upper head.
Is
That sounds
squishy?
wrong when I say it like that. Don't do that, Sonic.
Man, now you're just making me think it actually has a squishy interior. And I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, it's a worm. It's got to have some guts in there.
I mean, man, you know what it makes me think back to? It makes me think back to the first boss of House of the Dead, where it looks like a knight in shining armor. But then the more you blow out, the more you realize it's actually another monstrosity inside.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
As they usually are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how to get up there? That's right, I could just cheat.
Yay, my favorite.
That's right, because we's gonna cheat!
That works for me!
Mhm.
We'll do a couple more of these. Because I forget what I'm... Because I know I just need to get more vault keys, so I need to look for more cyberspace portals, and I oddly have not been... They have not been showing up on this map for me.
Not yet,
I
but
think
I mean,
there
give it
was
time.
one or two when you entered the map, but I don't recall.
I feel like I already
So,
got
wow,
those.
Sage was running a tight shift there. Oh, hello.
Hello again.
You're not angry that we killed your sister, right?
It's about to be.
Well, don't worry, you'll get to see her again.
In hell.
Ow.
Dang, look at her go! Like freaking eat your heart out, Tom Poo.
Finish and bonk.
Boom.
And finito.
Give me the key, give me the key, give me the key. The gear, whichever works. There's a caterpillar down there, but I've already been fighting enough. Let's do a level
There's
already.
you fought like 2 caterpillars throughout this whole thing. I'd say you definitely don't need to fight another one.
Let's do some levels.
Dan,
There's
you're
more
good
stuff
with
going
gears
on.
at the moment.
Yep. So let's go find more portals. That'd be the cycle that we're into right now.
Yep. Again, all we're just worrying about is getting enough keys to get more Chaos Emeralds, and that'll usually take just finding any other portal across the premises.
Mm-hmm.
Oh geez, get ready for this level.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. This one took a bit.
I will say that. Oh, not these things.
Welcome.
I will say that
yes.
that the gems remind me a little bit. Not gems. The jams remind me a bit of almost like Sonic Rush kind of vibes.
I get
they
that.
almost do.
What if they actually brought in the same guy that also helped with Rush Adventure?
I don't know. Pretty funny coincidence, though.
Cool.
It would be, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, the fact that they never did, like, get Uematsu to come back, or is it Uematsu? I think it was someone
No,
else.
Naganuma.
The fact they never did get Naganuma back to do a Sonic soundtrack after that is like he felt like almost like practically.
Whoa.
He felt like practically the best fit for a Sonic soundtrack.
What the fuck?
Choose a path, Sonic, and go it. I got it.
He would be the perfect fit for a more urban-esque Sonic game.
Right. Like the idea that like his style like is very much like non-conformist to this, like, you know, to traditional music. It's just like a bunch of like, you know, slapped together pop culture references. That is Sonic to a T. And it's also really freaking good. Like there's a reason why an entire game was brought back in revival purely just based on like his music. Because I'll tell you, having played Jet Set Radio, and I'm not so sure that its gameplay was what brought it back, because its gameplay is stiff by today's standards. But that soundtrack,
someone's totally not projecting here.
But that soundtrack, and I'm telling you right now, like as cool as people may look back on it, some of the level design in Future is just painful. The sewer level is painful in Jet Set Radio Future.
Hey, that reminds me. Have you played Bomb Rush Cyberpunk yet?
No, but I did purchase it while it was on Steam sale. I need to get around to it. It looked just about like, it looked good. Like it just looked like a better Jet Set Radio with today's tighter controls and stuff.
I mean, that's pretty much what you're gonna get.
And I'm okay with that. Look at this. I am very much out of rings. Or getting close to like running out of rings after the freaking caterpillars. You're right, I forgot how many rings you lose when you're fighting that thing.
We're almost out of rings.
Yeah.
Has 370 of them.
I'm gonna starve.
Listen, it'll hype. The ring economy isn't quite what it used to be.
Alright, now where am I going?
Like, even Rouge
Over
made
there.
comment on that in the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, knowing how fucking common they've become and how invaluable they truly are.
There, got it.
I don't know why, but that
I did
little
not mean to do that.
island-
There it is.
I know it's not much, but something about that one lone island with the two trees looks nice to me.
There you go. This is why air momentum is important.
Yeah? Because you can pull off wacky shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Like, who needs the rails anyway?
Nice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, there's another cyberspace level next to Sage.
Let's do it.
Well, don't fall in the water.
I thought I was gonna die, did you?
For a moment.
Bet you thought
I dropped it,
didn't you?
Oh jeez, this took 3 gears.
This is a hungry boy.
Must be a later level.
Probably.
Yum 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 delicioso.
Delicious.
Thanks.
I almost back when I was a kid watching that with my cousin and not realizing.
Oh,
that,
this is literally the last one.
yeah, this is the last one of the
Oh.
game, 4-9. But yeah, no, as a kid, not realizing what was happening, I always remembered the backpack saying "delicioso." For some reason, it sounded like "deliver your soul," and I was like, "Whoa, Dora! I don't know if we should be hanging out with this thing."
Dora.
Oh, great! I forgot this stage.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Sorry, I'm not even gonna,
mechanism.
I'm not even gonna bother trying to go for all the red rings, but it's just kind of. I mean, it's something. They tried something. You can't really boost, and okay, we're good. Oh yeah, no,
You know, I guess-
the straight up was just City Escape.
You know, this isn't entirely accurate. I remember surfing down on that road with literally a piece of a helicopter.
Yeah, people don't give him that
Where
much
did this
credit.
skateboard
He
come
ripped
from
off
anyway?
a piece of. People don't give him enough credit. He literally ripped off a piece of a freaking helicopter. Said something about the flight, the airline food or whatever, the sucking or whatever.
Talk about low budget flights.
That
No
was
food
it.
or movies.
And then,
I'm out of here. I like running better.
I like running better.
and
Jeez.
bam! It was so. Like, a whole era was born, and the freaking that. I will say I have never actually seen it before, but it looks really good. The Sonic Symphony, like seeing one live. They look like they have actually like so much energy to them now.
Oh yeah, they are. I don't
Nice.
know
Not
if
like
it's.
rings.
I don't know if any of them are different from the one that I saw, like the very first one, but they are just an absolute delight. Like, Honestly, I'd go so far as to say that like the Sonic Symphony was like the best part of last year as far as Sonic's concerned.
Agreed.
I don't know if you've seen it, but I know the more recent ones have lately been also including some of the supersonic tracks from Frontiers in their performances now.
I mean, that would make
Oh, yeah.
sense,
Like
considering Frontiers is, well, it's out by then.
Like,
Actually, the most recent one we had actually did include the interesting, or one of the music pieces from Superstars.
oh, okay. I'll buy.
Holy shit, that's a lot. I think we're gonna need to go find Big soon.
Oh yeah, no, I'm absolutely gonna be buying all of her things from Big as soon as I can like unlock more of this
I mean,
map.
you already have the freaking fish coins to spare. I'd say like go back there, go talk to Big, and literally splurge what you got on those memory tokens.
Okay. Let me just do this real quick. What the hell was the point of that? Oh, for this.
To fuck with you.
All for a measly memory token.
Yeah, no, if they're needing so many, they gotta like start peppering these
Like-
things around a bit further.
Yeah, no, like real talk. I feel like at this point, especially at this point in time, just having a single memory token per like aerial obstacle course or whatever these are, it doesn't make any lick of sense. Like this is definitely a case where like instead of
Look at
these,
that,
this is
like,
where this is where they would put portal gears more so.
I would say like right there, what just happened? Right there, a random enemy gave me a memory token. So killing a random enemy gave the same reward for that whole like obstacle course thing.
Again, there's many ways you can get memory tokens in this game. The obstacle courses, through an enemy,
Through
literally
side
digging
looping.
in the dirt with your side loop.
Right, just randomly just doing that all day. But yeah, so I would just say if they could just like focus on making, they can do like I like what they're doing with, again, the whole open-endedness of this. Like, you know, you could do these challenges in any order or tackle it. Like, I do love that. I love that for the most part. These areas have rarely ever been linear.
Yep, it's fairly open-ended, just littered with a whole bunch of obstacle courses that don't entirely mesh that well with its landscape.
Right, they just need to do a better job of like assigning value to the challenges that you're doing. Whoop.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Like especially if you're gonna make people collect so many of these memory tokens just to open up the hearts of some of your friends or sage there or whatever have you. I feel like that's more so something you would treat more as a commonplace to find as rings.
Right. Okay, let's see what next. Then purple. The trick is to look at what it's like, what the layers are like on the inside of the cube. Next
And
is
just
black.
I'd say I do hope that whatever comes next, I hope they focus less on these like random obstacle courses that just pop up at random with geometry that makes no little sense, and have the worlds built more so to take advantage of Sonic's, actually take full advantage of Sonic's speed and physics, like more ramps, more loop-de-loops, or just anything like that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind the idea of like having like obstacle courses, but have them be obstacle courses that actually feel like they were designed with like Sonic's movement in mind. Not dissimilar to what Bowser's Fury did.
Well,
And they are...
I mean...
Go ahead.
I mean, that's kind of what I mean. It's like, again, take a page from either Project Hero or Sonic Utopia, and I'd say that's the perfect place to start on where to get your inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no more of this stuff that's just popping up in the air that makes very little. Like, there's too many guardrails in the sky.
Yeah, the pop-in is like you could like someone was talking about, like, even looking at Unleashed, like they would do things like decorate the guardrails to not make them look like just Sonic guardrails. They would like be
Exactly.
It's nighttime. Oh, so here you go. So I can show this off. Like, this tree would not be glowing originally, even though I'm pretty sure you could have side looped that at any time of the day, but you have to do it when it's glowing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep, because the tree was probably having a very lucid dream that day.
Yeah.
Aww. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can find any other.
Very livid, very lucid, very luminescent. Whatever starts with the letter L.
Yep. Lesbians.
The other L
That's
word,
not
Sonic.
a joke. You can't do that
Yeah.
all the time. Alright, let me do this real quick. I thought Scott Pilgrim Takes Off was okay. I liked it.
Oh yeah, I thoroughly
it's-
enjoyed my time with it.
I think for me it's an instance of, for what it's trying to do, I think it does its job very well. I just I keep going back and forth on whether or not it's something I personally want, though.
I think the premise is a little hit or miss for people depending on how they look at it. I think
I mean, it's also a matter of fact. It's like, I'd say once you get over that initial like bait and switch,
right.
Then I'd say it's all it just gets better from there.
It's visual.
But it's also a matter of yeah, no. A lot of people were falsely led into believing that this was going to be a straight adaptation of the comics.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I feel like I know there are a lot of people that are, like, starting to get sick of the concept of, like, note-for-note adaptations. I feel like, in my opinion at least, Scott Pilgrim is the one instance where I don't mind making an exception, if for no other reason than the fact that there is a lot of, like, really good and really important character stuff that happened in the book that the movie either glossed over or didn't even bother touching, that I honestly would have liked to have seen gotten a proper adaptation.
I know. It was cool to give us some other quote-unquote unexplored things, and I will completely throw my hand to the ring that I think it is one of the most visually...
Oh, never mind. Apparently, never mind. I thought all the stuff for Sage was more or less optional, but no, I guess there's this one. You know what it is? No, I remember why. It's because this is likely the one that's going to open up a bridge that, once again, you can't cross through and reach that island over there because it's an invisible wall.
I'm doing it.
I defy you, coders!
Screw Authorita! I'm taking a dip!
Okay, you win this round.
I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. I just need to find the right angle. I need to find something bigger. That's what I needed.
I really hope this doesn't end up breaking the game in twofold.
Okay, hang on. I need a little bit more momentum coming off this. Probably closer to the top.
I don't think that's gonna be enough, buddy.
What? Oh, wait. Oh.
Or could I hit one of those, like... Could I have managed to hit one of those, like, rails? Like, floating rails, maybe?
It's possible.
Yeah, maybe this one, because it's a little bit further to the edge. Let's try it. We built this town on rock and roll!
We built this hedgehog on rock and roll!
Okay, I'm getting that. No, I'm sorry. Screw you, developers, and screw you. Like the time of what I've had a taste of the adrenaline. I must feed.
Try aiming more towards that patch of green that's over on the side.
Dang.
Yeah, because like when you go back up to the tower, you'll see what I mean. There is a lower patch of green on the side that I think you could probably reach easier.
Yeah, to the left side. Oh, that's a bit steep. Oh, wait,
yeah,
there you go. You made it.
Sonic, calm down. Just hit this. We've done it.
Oh, there you go. Screw off, Sage.
Imagine if I fell off. Imagine if that fell. Okay, come on. Okay, fine. We'll do this. I wanted to just. I wanted to skip this section, but I wanted to break a game today.
Kind of think that. Do you think this was actually here in the initial release? Oh wait, never mind. It was.
There you go.
Well, there you have it. You're now. How are you going to get back, smart boy?
Or are we supposed to? Well, take care of your business here first before you decide anything.
All right.
Let it be known you didn't activate any warps, and you currently don't have a Elder or a Hermit Coco scroll.
Nope. Sure don't.
So odds are good. You might have fucked yourself over.
I mean, worst case scenario, I would just reload this map. I would just like swap. I would
that
swap
is
to
a good
another
point.
hub, and I would just
That's fair. You probably go to one hub, go back to the other, and hope to God it takes you right to the very beginning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this could be an awkward end to our Sonic and Frontier.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic, the final frontier. He lives on this island now.
This is my Angel Island.
It's mine forever. Against all these. Yum, 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 deliver your soul.
Tastes like raspberry.
Has to be a nighttime one. Oh.
Whoop.
I was kind of assumed the hypes would taste like grape.
No, I said the ones that Sonic gave.
You are Infidel, you've trespassed without activating the
Where you going?
Activating the story
Can't
checkpoint.
Can't hear you. That took me a little bit longer than it should have, I agree. Whoa, no you don't. Ugh. One thing I haven't really been using all that often, I probably should try a bit more, is the old drop dash.
Yeah, the drop dash in this game is, it's weird to say the least. You know what it doesn't help? I think it doesn't help either that you already have the double jump, which I think does kind of, I don't know, it just makes the action of drop dashing feel a little more herky-jerk.
A smidge. Oh, they don't. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Look at the tip top of this tower. Another thing
Another portal.
Yeah, I need to buy more gears.
We need to go find Big. And find Sage.
Alright, fine, let's open up the path, and then we're gonna go... Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go...
Open up the path so we can come back here whenever we feel like.
Yeah, we're gonna open up the path, and then we're going to go to Big, and we'll call that a sesh.
Okay.
Yahoo.
Alrighty. Splurge on them tokens. And meet the Master Ninja!
You will not escape, you will not prevent me from reaching my destiny!
I'm here to fight
Careful, because he's a
I'm here to win back my family's lost honor!
You have a family? I never would have guessed, Hedgehog.
Well, it kind of depends on who you talk to. Some people say I have an uncle, some people say I have an owl mom.
Some people say I actually have a mom.
I don't have a mother. I am a machine. I am jealous.
You know, they never do explicitly... They still haven't explicitly explained, like, if these machinations that we've been fighting all across the game are also byproducts of the Ancients, or if they're some sort of, like, other type of malicious tool that was made by the bigger bad.
It might have been that. Well...
Like, I don't know, they've been keeping pretty vague about that.
Physics.
Well, you made that relatively easy.
It's all about finding a slope and going nuts. Again,
more ramps, please.
Again, mind you, this game was already really fun when it came out, but the fact that they allowed me to do what had been previously modded in is so nice.
Well, there's a minigame
Yep.
there.
It actually
Oh,
it turns the game.
right.
Yep, you're gonna have to do another one of these things.
Again, right before the end, one further reinforcement of, hey, make sure you're familiar with how this crap works now.
Which, to the game's credit, they're at least, courteous to give you that much before the final fight.
Imagine they throw you in without any knowledge of it.
Yeah, it would be completely out of left field.
Well, I guess I had to earn your trust first, huh?
No, I'm just kind of being shallow like that.
Do you know how to activate the starting device?
No, I'm just... You know what? Listen, the Sonic series can have more than one tsundere.
Yahoo! Alright, let's go.
By the way, you ever wonder why, if the T is silent, why did they bother having the T in there instead of just being like, I don't know, Tsundere?
Yeah. Alright, let's build the laser. It's pretty much a repeat of what we did already in Chaos Island.
Yeah, I mean, maybe some enemy formations are different, but it's still otherwise the same game.
Let's see, like the patterns. Yeah, let's say like the patterns even look. I mean, it looks like maybe some of the shots are a bit more advanced. I tell you, what would really make this a little bit easier is if I could move up and down.
Probably.
Well, hold that thought for later.
Okay. Yeah, until now, because yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, Douglas, do you have any insight you'd like to give us?
Or what?
I don't know, just in
Shoot 'em
general.
up stuff, I guess. Do you play much Toho?
No, but I like the music.
That's fair. I could see you
man.
I could see you getting into Toho a bit.
I'd have to think on that a little bit more if I want to get into Toho.
That's fair.
Okay.
Well, I mean, hey, it's honestly, considering how those games are designed, I think they perfectly fit within your repertoire.
I mean, like, considering how you
fair.
went out of your way to, like, S rank, or I forget if that's the top rank, but just like, fully clear, like, the Cuphead game, I feel like this probably wouldn't be too far removed from that, since
I
Cuphead
haven't
already
fully
has, like, a
gotten
handful
all
of...
of the S ranks yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm only stuck on
Really?
the fucking... What was that dragon called again?
Matchstick.
Grim Matchstick.
I am stuck on Matchstick because I know what to do. I've gotten everything down path. I began dog shit for getting that S rank because I knew what to do. It was the exact same time, but I know what I was going for. Still gives me the normal rank.
Dang.
Why does it always come back to that fucking boss where everyone has something nasty to say about it?
Is it not getting hit? Is it getting enough parries in? Is it doing it fast enough?
I've been doing everything in one go, going fast, getting all the parries I need, not getting hit. It's just I don't know what happens. I don't.
Are you using enough spells?
I'm using enough, yeah.
I don't know what it is actually then.
I've even been looking it up how to do it. I've been doing the exact same.
Does taking damage affect it at any rank? Because maybe you just accidentally take too many pot shots.
It does
Yeah,
affect
it does. You pretty much have to do a perfect run.
It's why it's why a lot of people consider King Dice to be one of the hardest ones to S rank.
I need to try that.
Oh,
whenever
did
I
I
get
just
a
remind
chance.
you you have to do that? Oh.
I haven't gone that far with getting all the S ranks. I've only gone up to stop it. I've only stopped at Matchstick because of that reason.
At the very least, you don't have to fight every one of his bosses. You just have to get through the end.
Hey, time's wasted. Let's
Yeah.
wrap this up.
Okay.
Just need to be
Alright, so
lucky
now
with
that particular mission's done, I don't think we have another story relevant mission until we go after the 6th Emerald.
Right.
Yep. So now it means I can now head back to a big and just cheese this whole thing. Where am I running?
Oh, big!
Okay, I'm on
Yes.
Oh, there you are.
Cuts to Sonic.
Oh,
Cuts to-
actually,
Yes.
finish your thing first. I just remembered something that might be relevant to this part.
Cuts to Sonic, getting to an epic fishing montage to living in the sunlight, having such a wonderful time.
Yeah, living in the sunlight, love.
And then just
Living-
off
Living in the
Living in the
sunlight,
moonlight.
loving in the sun. Yeah, go ahead.
just off screen, you see Biggs, the one actually singing it.
Having a wonderful time. Anyway,
Would have thought that Big had those kinds of octaves. Anyway, I just remembered something that's actually kind of relevant to where we're at now.
Yeah.
Recently I saw news that some crossover missions in Monster Hunter Rise are going to be delisted soon as of this recording.
Aww.
And the Sonic stuff is unfortunately going on the chopping block, which
No.
makes me wonder all of a sudden,
okay.
is that going to go both ways? Like, is it going to come to a point where if they want to keep this game keep Sonic Frontiers on sale, they're going to have to remove the Rathalos stuff, like all the Monster Hunter related stuff? Like, in an update, are they going to get rid of the spit?
I don't know if I'll get rid of this.
I
Also,
doubt
wait,
it, but I doubt it, but it's really hard to say.
I know for certain they're likely just going to remove the costumes and the being able to actually get the spit minigame, assuming you haven't got it already. But if you already have it, then it's probably you keep it forever.
Okay.
And I know on Capcom's side of things, I think they did outright urge players, if they haven't already, to go and go after those crossover challenges. So I mean, if you get them, they're gonna be there to stay. But after January, they're gone.
I want to ask, like,
is it just because Sega and Capcom have had a disagreement or something, or?
I think it's just purely a licensing thing.
Also, I want to ask, like, when you say crossover stuff, is it purely the third-party stuff, or are they also getting rid of, like, the other Capcom stuff, like the Mega Man stuff?
To that, I don't know. I just know all I know for certain is that it affects all the non-Capcom related stuff.
Okay.
I'm just suddenly thinking of the I'm thinking of the freaking Phineas and Ferb quote with Buford or whatever. Like they're just like they're like in a hot air balloon or something. He's like, is that the swordfish? It's a marlin. A tire. A tire.
That's a big donut.
I'm tired of this thing constantly popping up every time we fish.
I'm
I
a
should probably
tire.
take a little break and do more of this. Alright, let's buy some of this stuff. So, first things first.
Let's splurge on memory tokens.
Well, actually, first I'm going to use these gold tickets to get some vault keys, since I know those are pretty pricey.
That's true.
Now, the memory tokens.
Now we splurge, and I mean, look how much. Look how many freaking fish tokens we have already. We're gonna be swimming in this stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna assume 150 is enough. Let's buy a couple of portal gears. Oh, that's almost sold out. Unless I bought all the ones I need.
Yep.
I hope
You're all covered.
you said we're gonna be swimming in it. I hope not, because I don't know how to swim. Why else do you think one of my unlockable upgrades is a floater?
What if I just wait here and just drive you all freaking mad with this sound?
Logan, I did the exact same thing when I did that.
Listen, I'll take this over pre-launch or
Coco
pre-update Sonic on Frontiers where you know.
I had.
Let me try and remember.
It's when I had to trade. I remember it was when I had to trade in all the cocoa, and I had to do it one at a time.
Thank you. Yeah, the cocoa. Yeah, I'd rather take this over the cocoa shit.
I did not like that. I did not like that I did it, and then they patched it out, and I have nothing to show for my time.
Listen, by the time I already did it, it was like well before the update came out, so I'm not entirely I don't entirely hate myself for it, but it was still very fucking dreadful.
Yeah.
I had to do that shit twice.
Look at this one.
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of guilty of that as well.
Only because PC and PS5.
What the hell? Oh, these guys.
Oh, yeah, the door.
Xbox and PC myself, so yeah. No, I don't think on my second run on PC, I don't think I actually went out of my way to fully power up. Well, then again, that might have been after the update anyway, so maybe it's not all too bad.
Possibly.
I don't know why. I was half
What
expecting.
did we learn?
No dogpiling the hedgehog.
What I was thinking is that like I thought like during that sequence that just the parry would have just been like a one-hit kill on him, so it would have been like in universe Sonic just B-slaps him to death.
That would have been funny, but alas, they don't give you that luxury. Like those hounds in particular are probably some of my least favorite regular moot types in the whole game. Just because the moment you come across their danger zone,
yeah.
Sonic will stop dead in his tracks, and they'll just start like circling you in a vicious velocity.
Can't access that yet.
Nope. That's a plot important door.
There we go. Give me this thing, and then
Ow.
just smack my head into the damn thing.
Okay.
Where I gotta go? Is this a blue square thing, or does it just get to the very top? Just get to the very top? Alrighty.
No problemo.
Absolutely, buddy.
100%.
Good thing I remembered how to curl into a ball again.
No.
Why do you keep doing this, man?
I don't... Okay, that time I didn't even dash beforehand. I don't know what was going on with that.
Now that I think about it, I forget. Did you have auto combo on this whole time?
Most likely, yeah. Even though I know I don't want it on when it comes time for that challenge.
Yeah, I'm honestly wondering if that's the whole reason why you keep doing that.
It
Probably.
may be. Let me... I'll try turning it off and we'll see if that fixes it. First now... Ba-doop.
Ba-bing.
Over there. Let's see how my time...
We still got plenty more map ahead of us.
I like freaking Mr. Incredible. I got time. Got time.
I got time.
I still got time.
Let it changes.
Because it was on the whole time.
Alright, yep. You have enough of this one. Let's turn it in. What do you got to say for yourself?
Here. You run a very tight shift here, Sage. What are you going to do with all these hearts anyway?
I will finally be able to complete the charm bracelet.
I don't want any more surprises.
I will be the
Charm bracelet? Ooh, who's it for?
myself.
Do it to it.
I'll be the prettiest hedgehog in class.
You gotta save everyone, everywhere.
Sorry, you
Wait,
can't
but...
What? Just...
the sudden realization that she can't talk, and this whole time she's just been doing hand gestures.
My what?
Oh, that's right. I remember. I was watching something the other day. It's something I may honestly. I don't know if I should watch it as a marathon, but I decided to watch a compilation of Earthworm Jim clips. Like the show,
From the TV
like
show?
from the TV show.
Okay.
In particular, the entire compilation was titled "The people animating this movie gave no craps." Like, they just had fun with it, I guess. But some of the dialogue lines like really caught me off guard as being kind of like, I don't know, just kind of funny. There was this bit where Jim and Peter, the dog's name,
Yeah, Peter Puppy.
Yeah, Peter Pup.
that they were flying out after a giant spaceship, And, you know, as he usually says really oddball things, Jim is saying to Peter, like, don't worry, my young kettle drum friend, we'll go... And then Peter's like, kettle drum? What do you mean by kettle drum? Don't question me. And that's all he says, and it just suddenly, like, it got me for some reason.
Peter was able to tolerate the dirt coming out of his mouth up till now, but then you bring in the kettle drum, and then it's like, am I really... What?
Because then he mentioned, like, I think his logic was that he realized that what it must have been, was... I see, I gotta freaking... Oh, no, I'm on the right path. Anyway, apparently,
you're doing it correctly.
Apparently the problem was, he realized that, you were calling me a kettle drum because I'm fat! I'm putting on weight like a kettle drum! And then Jim just loses it like, will you stop your yapping? Just... He was very much like, would you argue that show... Oh wow, this place likes fishing so much it has 2 fishing places.
Huh.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
This is my domain.
I forget if they have different percentages based on how much fish you caught or not, or if they're literally just it's just 2 portals to the same place.
Same place.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is awkward.
I'm boned. And it's the slow way down. I can't do nothing.
Tails, if only you were here right now.
No, don't worry. They're linked in such a way where you don't have to like complete one somewhere and then one somewhere else. All right, where are you, Sage? Just want to get one bit of dialogue in from you, and then we'll be calling it. There you are. I saw that,
Just
but I don't like the fact that I
keys.
just... the key... there you are.
Actually, yeah, let's talk to Sage first, then grab the Chaos Emerald.
Actually, it looks like I need more keys.
No, I'm pretty sure you have enough.
Let's see. Hello?
I'm so used to using the Chaos Emeralds, it's kind of hard to accept they're from space.
Yes, they were central
You never
to the
did know.
Legion's power and native to their world.
Who'da thunk it? The super special rocks that can literally turn me super were actually not of this planet.
Oh my god, I just saw an incredible freaking moment.
What's up?
What was that?
Matt just shared something with me of, I guess, that part of that interview with Elon Musk and the guy from New York Times.
Oh yeah, the whole, like, go fuck yourself thing.
Yeah, and it says 13 more needed.
Oh, well, okay, then you know what? It might, I guess there's a different Chaos Emerald they want you to get.
Oh yeah, it's the green one all the way over there.
Oh, that's right, they do shine brightly up in the sky to let you know that's where you gotta go next.
Anyway, I mean, you get the idea. We'll just have to do some more later. To finish off the thought, but to leave you with this poignant moment from currently one of the quote-unquote most powerful people on social media. Elon Musk was on an interview with New York Times, and the way and he said to the interviewer, he said, "The only reason I'm here, Jonathan, is because you are a friend." And the interviewer said, "My name is Andrew." Good night, everybody.
It's like,
see you next time.
My name is Andrew. How much do I have to pay you to change that?